Hey there, folks. Let me tell you about the night that turned a small-town gala into the talk of the century. A night where a so-called nobody flipped the script on the high and mighty. Picture this: a sprawling mansion in Napa Valley, chandeliers glowing like they're trying to outshine the stars, and a crowd of California's richest sipping overpriced champagne, their smiles as fake as their tans. At the center of it all is Lucas Harper, a tech mogul who thinks he's untouchable, throwing this fancy charity gala. But here's the kicker. He invited his housekeeper, Maya Ellis, as a cruel joke, expecting her to crash and burn in front of his elite buddies. Maya's 38, been scrubbing floors in Lucas's mansion for 3 years, always invisible, just a shadow to these people. She's used to their snide comments, the way they look through her like she's furniture. Lucas hands her this gold-embossed invitation with a smirk, saying, "Oh, Maya, I'm sure you've got something fabulous in that closet of yours." His cronies laugh, already picturing her showing up in some thrift store dress, the perfect punchline for their entertainment. They even tipped off a few local reporters to catch the humiliation on camera. Lucas leans over to his wife, Claire, whispering, 50 grand, says she bolts in 5 minutes. Claire, all icy charm, chuckles, "You're wicked, Lucas. She'll be a deer in headlights." But Lucas didn't know Maya. She wasn't just some broke nobody from nowhere. Back in the day, she grew up in a house just like this one, before life took a sledgehammer to her world. And she's got a spine forged in fire, the kind of strength you don't see coming. When she took that invitation, her eyes locked on Lucas, calm as a still lake, and she said, "I'll be there." His smirk flickered, just for a second, like he sensed something was off, but he shook it off, too arrogant to believe she'd dare. Fast forward to the gala night. The mansion's buzzing, Napa's elite strutting in their designer threads, sizing each other up while pretending to care about charity. Lucas and Claire are holding court, glasses clinking, when a hush falls over the room. All eyes turn to the grand staircase, and there's Maya, gliding down like she owns the place. She's in a sapphire blue gown that hugs her like it was made for her hair swept up, a single pearl necklace catching the light. She's not just beautiful, she's commanding, like a queen stepping into a den of wolves. My heart's pounding just thinking about it, because I saw the looks on their faces. First, shock, then cruel laughter. "Oh, look at the maid playing dress up," sneers a woman in a tacky fur shawl. "Bet she pawned her car for that gown," a guy in a tux mutters, loud enough for everyone to hear. Lucas grins at Claire, whispering, "This is gonna be good." But Maya? She doesn't flinch. She moves through the crowd, her steps deliberate, her eyes scanning the room like she's got a secret they'll never guess. When she passes Lucas, she gives him this smile, not warm, not fake, but sharp, like she's holding a blade he can't see. "Thank you for the invite, Mr. Harper," she says, her voice soft but cutting. "This is going to be a night to remember." Lucas laughs, but it's forced, and Claire's grip on his arm tightens. Something's wrong, and they feel it. The room's still buzzing with mockery when Maya steps to the center, raises a glass, and says, "Ladies and gentlemen, I think it's time you knew the truth Lucas Harper's been hiding for 20 years. The air goes heavy, like the whole room's holding its breath. Lucas steps forward, his voice shaking. "Maya, don't start with your nonsense." But she doesn't blink. "You started this game, Lucas," she says, "but I'm ending it." She pulls a ring from her finger, a stunning emerald, the Harper family crest, unmistakable. "This was my father's," she says, "James Harper, Lucas's dad. I'm Maya Harper, his half-sister, the one he erased from this family." The crowd gasps, whispers exploding like wildfire. Lucas's face goes white, his glass trembling. "That's a lie," he shouts, but his voice cracks. Maya doesn't stop. She pulls out a small recorder, presses play, and Lucas's own voice fills the room. "Make sure the coroner lists Dad's death as a heart attack. No one can know about the poison." The guests freeze, horrified. Claire's hand flies to her mouth, her eyes wide with betrayal. Maya nods to the doors, and in walks Dr. Ellis, the old family doctor, his face etched with guilt. "I hid the truth for years," he says, "because Lucas threatened my family. James Harper was poisoned. By his own son." Lucas stumbles back, muttering, "It's fake. She's framing me." But Maya's not done. She signals, and 2 people step forward, a journalist, Rachel Kane, and a lawyer, Tom Reed. A screen lights up behind them, showing bank records, millions siphoned from the Harper Foundation into Lucas's accounts. Rachel's voice is ice cold. These are verified. Lucas embezzled, bribed, and lied for decades. The room's a graveyard. Every eye on Lucas, who's shrinking under the weight of his own lies. Claire whispers, "You monster," and turns away, tears streaming. Sirens wail outside. Cops storm in, led by Chief Daniels. "Lucas Harper, you're under arrest for murder, fraud, and bribery," he says. Lucas tries to run, but they cuff him, cameras flashing as reporters swarm. The guests scatter, desperate to dodge the scandal. Maya stands tall, watching as Lucas, once Napa's king, is dragged away, his empire in ruins. Months later, Lucas got life in prison, his wealth seized to right his wrongs. Maya took over the Harper Corporation, turned it into something honest, something good: fair wages, scholarships, real charity. She adopted 2 kids, Lily and Ben, giving them the love she lost. One day, a letter came from Lucas, begging forgiveness. Maya read it, set it down, and looked out at the sunset. She didn't write back. Her peace wasn't his to take. Now, here's the thing: Maya's story makes you wonder. What's justice look like to you? Can someone like Lucas ever be redeemed, or is he too far gone? Drop a comment, share your thoughts, and if this hit you hard, give it a like, share it with your friends. Let's keep this conversation going, because stories like Maya's, they remind us the truth always finds a way.